Welcome to another episode of America the Beautiful, a tour of the national parks in the United States. I know we've taken a brief hiatus, but we are back and there are lots more national parks to cover, so let's get to it. The next national park that we're going to talk about is Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado. Mesa Verde was established in the early 1900s by Theodore Roosevelt, who wanted to preserve the creations of man, as he termed it. And it's actually a series of dwellings and villages that were used by Native Americans from about 600 AD to about 1300 AD. They're the best and most well-preserved dwellings in North America, specifically for Native Americans. And what makes them even more interesting is that a lot of them are cliff dwellings. So they're literally built into caves or gaps in the walls on the sides of cliffs. It's unbelievable. You walk to the edge of this cliff and it's a beautiful green pasture. That's why they call it Mesa Verde, Spanish for green table. And they have these beautiful green cliffs that you look over the edge and it looks like nothing, but if you look on the other side of the cliff, you see an entire village community, many homes built right into the cliff there. And so they would farm on the top where the grass was green and the soil was plentiful. And then they would live in the cliff dwellings in order to remain protected not only from the elements but also from invading people. So they had a pretty good setup there in Mesa Verde, and it has been incredibly well preserved, mostly because the dwellings are there in cliffs, so they are taken care of. And it has been a national park for over 100 years, as people from all over the world come to see these incredible homes that were built into the side of these cliffs. These people live there, they worship there. You can see all of their interesting religious sites and systems there in the community, as well as how they ate and how they lived and the day-to-day life of a Native American back in the day. It's located near the Four Corners, which is the spot where 4 different states come together and form a T: Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. And these 4 states, literally you can stand with your feet in each of the 4 states, which is a pretty cool thing to do. It's really close by. So I would highly recommend that you swing on over there on your trip to Mesa Verde. But Mesa Verde is really the only national park that is specifically allocated for preservation of man-made dwellings, artifacts, creations. Obviously most of the national parks are there just to preserve the beautiful nature of this country that we live in, but Mesa Verde is an appreciation for the people that have lived here as well, and a really incredible, really unique setup. So go check out Mesa Verde National Park there in Colorado, and you can hit a few other national parks in the area as well as you move into Utah and other parts of Colorado. So you could even make a trip out of it like we did. So that's it for this episode of America the Beautiful, Mesa Verde National Park. It's a winner. Check it out. Stay tuned for another episode as we continue our exploration of the national park system here in the United States. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jimmy Mack. See you next time.